Episode 8 of Cool Album Covers. 3 figures.
I'm Mark Major.
Oh, and I'm a Rich Bachelor. We start off today with the famous Carter family. I've had 1,000,001 dumb conversations when people are like, hey, who are we listening to? I'm like, the Carter family. They're like, Jimmy Carter's family had a band? And I sometimes want to just go, yes, Jimmy Carter's family had a band. But no, Jimmy Carter's family did not have a band, as far as I know. This, of course, is June Carter Cash's mother and grandparents. Yeah, you know, and the famous Carter family liked this photo so much that they used it on pretty much every album they ever made. Although the famous Carter family probably didn't have anything to say on the subject, and every album I own by them is a reissue made 40 years after the original album, whatever it was recorded.
Let's move on to our next cover. The Three Sons.
Ah, look how much fun that guy is having with his ridiculously elongated accordion is what we call that instrument.
The thing is huge. It's like he's wrestling an alligator.
Yeah, he's not really smiling and laughing at all. He's like, hey, help!
So why did they use Sons with a U versus an O?
They, I don't know. They are yet another one of those bands from the space age pop era that in their time were these huge superstars, or in the world where that was possible. And now you don't hear about them at all. They were huge. They were quirky. I think they started off as some kind of like weird polka outfit, and then the organ at some point was introduced. And
I have to say, this is a really creepy looking cover.
Even for paintings, those are dead-eyed fellas there. Pretty sure one of their biggest hits ever was their cover of Ball and the Jack.
Our next cover,
yes.
George Carlin, Take-Offs and Put-Ons.
Which, I must note, is a direct reference, at least, to a Jonathan Winters album of a decade earlier. Or actually, you know, it seems to me, too, that there's been a lot of covers where some English thespian you've never heard of is, like, reading from Shakespeare, you know, and, like, he's actually standing there holding a tragedy mask and a comedy mask.
This is a good album, though, and it's clean as far as the language and the content goes, and it's really just a lot of wordplay and a lot of fun characters, and so this would be a really good record for kids, along with Bill Cosby records.
So if you come to our show here on the internet to find out what albums you should be buying for your children, that's a recommendation from us.
I'm going to say I got this at a garage sale.
I'm going to say you got it at a garage sale, too.
I've sampled from it because there is an instructor who gives these ridiculous jazz dancing instructions with a meter behind him, and it's pretty cool.
So there's a whole lot of step, sparkle, spirit, hands, and scene.
Exactly. And it's exactly that goofy. It's
5, 6, 7, 8.
It's funnier than fiction type thing, and so I also recommend this to kids. Why not?
I think that we all just need to re-embrace the V-neck white t-shirt with exceedingly short sleeves again as a nation. I wonder where Frank Wagner is now. Wait a minute, no, I don't care where Frank Wagner is now. Oh.
Incoming Google search.
It's true.
And our last cover, Terry and the Pirates, I got this at a Goodwill, simply because I thought there'd be some cool spoken word stuff on here. It's especially lame, as I recall, when I put it on. It was really sort of... At one point, you forgot it was playing.
And the thing is, too, like, not being raised British, at least as much as I would have liked, I have no idea who Terry and the Pirates actually were. I know it's a British thing, but that's
really?
About all
I didn't even know that. The 3 figures on the front with the cross-dressing dude in the middle.
Or it's that kind of thing, again, that you see, like, in stonework on the side of a bowling alley, for instance, from the 50s, where it's mom and dad and buddy and sis, and they all have the same face.
Uh-huh.
Terry and the Pirates, they are definitely drawn in the same style as, like, DC comics from the World War II period. I know that you fell asleep listening to it, but do you have any recollection of what actually the plot was?
No, I have no idea. It was unlistenable.
Yeah, I've got some Spider-Man records, a couple of them anyway, from the 70s. Same deal. Like, you know, they're supposed to be interesting, and
they're just not good. And there's nothing in there that you could take out of context, like a spoken word one-liner.
Well, actually, you know, from the Spider-Man thing, J. Jonah Jameson said, "Well, now that I'd like to see." Like, you know, yeah, you could put that anywhere in a song if you felt like it.
Let's conclude this episode.
Concluding
with a hymn. Thank you and good night.